I wanted to record this message, video quality aside. How can you honor your father? Not everyone has a father. Some abandon their families and leave them with a gaping hole that should be filled with masculine, unconditional love. Some people have terrible fathers, men not worthy of the title, who torment and abuse the very ones for whom they ought to lay down their lives. In the hour or so before my first son would be born, I walked out of the delivery room and into the waiting room. Inside that room, 3 people were waiting to hear what I had to share. 3 grown men, each one of them fathers. One of them, a man from my church, told me about what it was like for him when his first son was born and how his heart was full at the sight of his baby boy the instant he came into the world. I nodded in agreement, mentally assenting to what he was saying, thinking I understood. I did not. But an hour later, when my little Samuel cracked his new voice and let out a whimper and then a cry, I realized that my heart was instantaneously full of a love so immense and knew that I was experiencing the overwhelming joy of fatherhood. I had created life with the love of my life, and I never had loved anything so much so fast as I did in that moment. I knew immediately that on that little hospital crib lay an infant I had not yet gotten to know, but would absolutely die for. You learn to love your spouse. It is something that after a certain number of dates, conversations, and bearing your soul, one day you realize that you treasure this person beyond all others. At least that's how it was for me. On my second date with the woman who would become my wife, I told her that I wanted a big family, one day with lots of kids. To be a dad is something to which I have always aspired. When I married my wife, I became a stepdad to a cute little 5-year-old named Aaron. That has been one of the greatest learning experiences and honors of my life. But the process of learning to care for and love a stepchild is similar to that of a spouse in that you, over time, learn the other person. You learn how to interact with them, what about them you delight in, and also what you have to work hard at. That is not how it was for me, becoming a dad to one of my own. The instant I saw each one of my sons for the first time, there existed in my heart the full and forever love that a parent has. I do not love my sons more than my stepdaughter. Far from it. It's just that the love for my sons was instantaneous. Experiencing that reality has taught me that the human heart has tremendous capacity for love. Love instant and full, love learned and cultivated, and love that grows and that needs constant commitment and recommitment till death do you part. What does it mean to be a dad? And what makes a good father? I think it is different for everyone. There are different factors at play for each person. Each family dynamic is unique, but ideally, every father manages to express his love in his own way. I was blessed with a wonderful father, a godly man that taught me the Bible, how to play soccer, how to write and speak and communicate. I had a father who cared for people. Every perceived failure of his as a father, every mistake I think he made, I have made myself, and in less time. I am incredibly fortunate, and I've gotten my wish of becoming a father myself. I have a big family with lots of kids, and though I loved my boys immediately, I have let them and my stepdaughter alike down countless times. I suppose the best way I can honor my dad is to keep being one myself, and to carry on the beautiful legacy that I have been given. I suppose that is just what I will do. I will continue to love my family, and I will strive to teach them everything that my dad taught me. Though, I will likely emphasize woodsmanship over soccer. I love you, Dwight. You've been a great father to me and my brothers. I just want you to know that it is my goal to raise my boys as well as you raised us, and I think that I can claim that there's some evidence I'll do that as good as Aaron has turned out. So happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you. See you.